Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Tuesday. I had to think about that. It's a Tuesday. And today is the day, of course, that everybody is commenting on the fact that the royal website has been updated, reworked a little bit, and the parcels are not quite out, but on their way out. Some people are speculating that one of the reasons this might have been done is to make way for royals who might be on their way in. And we're going to have a look at this because they do need new blood, in my opinion. So we're going to have a look at three ladies that are possibles for me, and they're not likely, but they are possible. They're not probable, they are possible. How about that? We're going to look at Princess Beatrice, we're going to look at Zara, and we're going to look at Lady Louise. I have looked at Lady Louise a couple of times already and have seen no thanks, not interested. But we're going to look again with the Tarot of Curious Creatures. We're going to ask if they are being contemplated and how they feel about it. So very simple. Don't need a 5-hour preamble to explain what's going on. That's Page of Pentacles that has come out to show itself. That's a student energy. Lady Louise is a student. It's learning the job, learning the ropes. That's what the Page of Pentacles is about. These ladies wouldn't really have to learn the ropes because they have been around forever, from birth. They are blood royals, all of them. Zara could have been a princess, as far as I know. Lady Louise as well could have been a princess. I think she was given the option at 18 if she wanted to be a princess, chose not to. But so they are three really blood princesses, potentially. So they would be able to slot right in. And maybe there's going to be some kind of workaround that's going to make it possible for them to do some royal events, take over some of the patronages, give a helping hand, because a helping hand is certainly needed. So I think we've got our energy, and let's see. It's tarot, of course, for fun and entertainment, or my opinion, or speculation, and just read energy. And of course, the good old disclaimer in the box below. I don't think any of these ladies are going to be too upset about people looking at this through tarot, hopefully. And I'll explain the cards. That's Beatrice, this is Zara, and this is Lady Louise. And ooh, we've got the Devil. That's interesting. The Devil is being chained to something that is viewed as difficult and toxic. And they might all feel that this is something that they don't want any part of. And one of the reasons that's coming through for me as an energy reader that they may feel this way is because they have seen what the Capricorn in their midst, the Princess of Wales, Devil energy, Capricorn energy, has been going through thanks to another devil, a devil far, far away in California. I, as an energy reader, very often read that Californian energy as the devil. So I don't think they want to be in this mess, because if they take over from the ones in California, can you imagine the abuse that would head their way? I didn't think of it like that at all. That's why we do tarot. We find things out that we didn't think about. Well, I didn't think about anyway. You may all have realized that already. I didn't. So, situation. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with Nine of Cups in reverse again. Something that people don't want. Nine of Cups upright is wish fulfillment. This is the dream job. Oh yes, how lovely. I'll get all these wonderful things, because Nine of Cups is quite an indulgent energy. And so, oh, that'd be great. I'd be going on 3 trips and get nice clothes and fancy car and all the lovely stuff. They are saying, no, it's a bit of a nightmare, actually. So if anybody, like Prince William, for instance, has been calling them up and inviting them for lunch and let's have a chat, I don't think he's getting the response that he might have hoped for. We'll find out, because there the three ladies are. But let's just look at the situation. Are the royals scouting around for replacement royals? And we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. That for me is the Harry energy. The Knight of Wands can also be Meghan energy, because it's a lady in a red dress. We've seen her in a pretty much identical dress. And the Knight of Wands is fickle energy. It's in and out. It's unreliable. It's can be quite volatile and angry energy. It likes to travel. It likes to roam freely and be abroad, be overseas. That's the Parkles. That's them gone. That's them letting the side down. That's my interpretation of the card. That is my opinion. So if the royals are, and it's not telling me they are, it's just telling me the situation is that they are sort of man down, depleted. Give us an indication of who they would be looking for before we look at those three. If you can. And it's not giving me an indication. It's just telling me again, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is the royal family, and we have a problem because it's bloodline, the Ten of Pentacles. It's inheritance, it's legacy, it's line of succession. It's all of those things. This is you were born into this family, and this is your legacy. This is your maybe duty. This is part of what you signed up for by being born into the royal family. And they are saying, no, we didn't sign up for this. We don't want any part of this. I'm getting this. We don't want any part of this a lot in this reading. I don't want to sign up. I have opted out. And that would be someone like Lady Louise. No, I don't want to be princess. Zara, I don't want to be princess. Beatrice does want to be a princess, so we're going to move on to her now. First one, I put her first because she is Princess Beatrice, and I have seen her around energy-wise with Eduardo as working royals. They were the first ones to visit the king after his diagnosis was made public. Very interestingly, they were packed coming out of Clarence House. And I thought that was a very interesting sight indeed. So let's look at her. Is she being considered? First question, is she being considered? And then how does she feel about it? Seven of Cups in reverse. This is when you run out of options. Upright, you have lots of options. And you can see this person thinking, so many possibilities. But we know that the royals have run out of options over here. And so they might be looking in places, Seven of Cups in reverse, where they wouldn't have looked previously. Duke of York's daughter. And of course there is a lot of conflict between the Yorks and the Waleses, in the sense of ancient sort of grievances and animosities and things. And of course Eugenie, Princess Eugenie, sided with Harry and Meghan, and not the Prince and Princess of Wales. And there is a video clip that just happened to pop up for some reason for me yesterday, an old one of them coming out of that church at Christmas, and Eugenie bumps into Catherine. Some say deliberately, and Catherine looks around puzzled and then sort of, oh well, and on she goes. And so who knows what goes on behind them. But this is telling me that they might be looking, but only because they don't have anywhere else to look. So I don't mean to be rude to Princess Beatrice. I think she has really worked very hard to change her image and to really be a loyal member of the royal family in recent times. So I don't mean to cast aspersions on her at all. I'm reading this for what is coming through for me energetically from the royal family and whoever these decision makers are that are looking around and trying to figure out what to do. How does she feel about it as becoming a member, a working royal? Something she wants. Queen of Swords, I would say she doesn't. That's a no for me, and quite emphatically no. Queen of Swords also is the late Queen's energy. She was either Queen of Coins or Queen of Swords. She was Queen of Swords where she was in her royal function, in her really, I have to be the monarch and I have to represent the crown and I have to be head over heart and quite cold and ruthless and put the monarchy over my family, and that kind of a vibe. I think she's seen it, and I think she doesn't want it. And she may not want it, of course, because of the way her father has been sidelined. And of course, she was the one who advised him to, I can barely even bring myself to say it, to do that awful interview, which was the end for him, which they're now turning into movies and books and I don't know what. I can't bear to think about it or look at it, because the second-hand cringe is so terrible for me. But she may have seen all of this and thought, no, I don't want to be involved in the roiling side of the thing that has cost our side of the family a lot of heartache. Just saying what is coming through. So that is Beatrice. I'm getting a no there. Zara, is she being considered? 5 of Cups. That is a very interesting energy, because that's a sorrow and regret energy. And I don't know why it's coming through so painfully as something that brings sadness through. It's almost like I wish I could. For me, I'm reading into Prince William's energy. I wish I could make this happen, but I know that I can't. And that makes me very sad. And maybe it's almost like a technical thing of titles were rejected by Princess Anne all those years ago when she had her children, and so no, it's not possible. And now it's, oh, I wish that hadn't happened, because the 5 of Cups is regret energy. How does she feel about being a working royal? Something she would like to be? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Why not? That's interesting. Zara, a good Taurus, and she's shown up as good Taurus, Queen of Pentacles, and that is, of course, her grandmother's energy as well. Queen of Pentacles. It's like, oh yeah, I could do me some roiling. She sees it quite differently to the way Beatrice sees it. She sees it as, yeah, nice. I could do all the horse things. She loves her races, her Cheltenham and Ascot and all the rest of it. Why not? So there is a yeah, I'm up for it energy with Zara. I'm game. But there is something here that is blocking it. And as I say, it might be a technicality. Maybe there's a workaround. How about Lady Louise? Are they considering Lady Louise? Or would they like to consider Lady Louise? They would, yes, they would like to consider her. And it's funny that there is a horse in this picture, because of course she does her carriage driving that she loved to do, because it was something that Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, taught her grandfather. They would love to get her out of this trap, her mindset of, no, I don't want to do this. The 8 of Swords is a mental trap, is a lack of vision, because always the person that's in the 8 of Swords energy can't see their way out of it. There is an easy way out of it, they just can't see it. So it's this lacking vision, this fear. 8 of Swords is about fear. If we could only coax her out of this attitude. Her own feelings, have they shifted at all? 6 of Wands in reverse. No, they haven't shifted at all. Doesn't want this. She's a bit Lady Louise, the outfit she's wearing. It's a memory, strangely enough, of funerals. And of course, she's been through some very difficult funerals where she had to be in public as a grieving grandchild. The whole world watching her. Incredibly difficult thing for someone to go through. Someone that I think is extremely sensitive and empath and intuitive, even possibly, I always say this about her, got some psychic ability maybe in her, and she just doesn't want to know about it. I don't want to be in public. I don't want to have to do all the processions and the trooping the colour and standing on the balcony and everyone staring at me. She's happy to do her carriage riding, because that for her is some kind of memorial, some kind of honouring of memory, but nothing else. This is her current energy. Someone's going to be working on her. someone's going to be working on her. Someone is thinking, maybe I've got to deal with, you know, devil in the deep blue sea kind of a thing going on here. She's like, I don't think so. Could change because the husband might fancy it. Let's ask if husband fancies the idea quickly. We don't want a 10-hour reading. Would Eduardo fancy a bit of escorting her to fancy things? Yes or no for Eduardo? Would he change this energy? That came out very quickly, but we take it. The Hermit. It looks like he'd rather stay in private, the Hermit, and live a private life. Understandable completely. But there is just something about the Hermit that I have to say. The Hermit is an advisor as well. The Hermit is somebody who seeks truth, who tells you the right thing to do if you can't figure it out yourself. The Hermit is somebody who looks for guidance, who goes within and looks for guidance. He might be thinking about this. There might have been some kind of offer made here, and he might be having a long, hard think about this. I'll get back to you. Energy there. So there it is. Some interesting cards in here for me as a reader, hopefully for you watching this as well. And thank you very much for watching and supporting this channel as wonderfully as you do. And I will hopefully see you again tomorrow.